Hey guys, this week we're going to do something a bit special. We're going to take a real practical look at the absolute cheapest way that you can start sailing right now, today. The bottom dollar on what gets you started owning a boat. This week on Everything You Need to Know, I'm going to take you out into my driveway and we're going to look at two boats that you can buy right now to start sailing. Now you guys are used to this backdrop here at my desk, but we're going to do something a little bit different today and something that we don't usually do on this channel. We're going to take a dive into my personal life a little bit and show you what I've been up to because it might help some of you go and buy a boat. So let's take a walk. I don't think you guys have ever seen the inside of my house, so that's my messy desk where I make all the videos. This is my living room that I don't use. I live here alone, this is my house, and we're gonna take a trip outside because I got a really good deal on a couple of boats recently. Right place, right time, and I'll explain to you how I managed that. But it's a really good example of the fact that you can really go sailing very cheap and very easily. And we're gonna walk through all that today. We got the bikes, we got the half ton, because you gotta have something to pull your toys. And just outside my garage, this is my neighborhood, my neighbors. There aren't any. So, I've always wanted a laser. Let's take a look at this thing. The laser is the boat that they use in the Olympics. It's a very important sailboat, and it's as close as you can come to just strapping a sail onto yourself and nothing else. To be as fast and as efficient as you possibly can be. The laser is wonderful for that. You guys know the rib. I've towed her behind Lady K. That rib has been a lot of places with a lot of miles on her. I bought a trailer so that I could actually take it places and take my daughter to the beach with it and all that kind of stuff. This is a CL-14. We're going to look at that in a minute. And then that's a bow rider that we found in a field that we got running, and it does 45 knots. It's incredibly fast. And it was free. So this is my driveway. You can tell that I kind of have a problem. So what we're going to do today is we're going to rig both of those boats up so I can show you how easy it is to get them rigged, get their sails up, and get them ready to go. And I want to talk to you first about the laser. So I've always wanted a laser. Lasers are used for one design racing. They're sort of the pinnacle of one-man sailboats. You can put two people on it if you want to. They have one sail. The parts are very easy. They're simple to understand. And this is the boat that you use to teach people how to sail. So if you're gonna go buy, something cheap and easy to get you going, a laser is definitely an option. And for storage, it came with the trailer that it's on. I paid $500 for that. The boat, the trailer, everything ready to go. Right place, right time, I'll explain after. And then I built this rack in the garage because the laser hull is gonna live up there in the winter, so it's out of the way. And then the trailer's very small, I can stand it up behind the house and it's out of the way. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go and rig that laser up so I can show you how easy it is to go from sitting on the trailer to sailing. So let's do that.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny.
Okay, first things first, we're gonna put the mast together. It comes in two pieces, and we're gonna put the mainsail on. So let's do that.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. This really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing.
There's a hole in the sail where the mast goes.
The last chapter, you gave gave me the soul I have today. Without you, I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure. But one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be
Okay, the next step is the boom. We have the mast on, it just drops in, and the sail is on the mast. So next we're gonna connect the boom. It's pretty straightforward.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day.
That's it. She's rigged. One sail, a Cunningham or a boom vang, and a main sheet. It's all pretty straightforward. And then we put on the dagger board and we're pretty much ready to go. So there you go. There's a lot of other things that we can add to this boat to make it better, but this is essentially it. We have a tiller with an extension, so when you're sitting on this side of the boat, the tiller's in your right hand and the main sheet's in your left. Easy. I've never sailed this boat. I have sailed the blue one, but this one, I'm taking it out later today. One of the things they tell you about the laser is you better bring your ab muscles if you're gonna sail it, because it likes to heel over. And the higher you point into the wind, the more it's going to heel. And the stronger the wind, the more it's going to heel. So it has a hiking strap in the middle. And the deal is, when you're sailing it, you get your feet under the hiking strap and you can lean out over the edge of the boat. And my friend Bruce said, I hope you brought your ab muscles, because that's really what's holding you up. And I said, I don't have any ab muscles. And he said, you better get some. So I guess we'll find out how that goes. But it's a great little boat for $500 that came with a trailer, so I can't complain. Let's go check out the other one. This boat is a CL-14, and unlike the laser, it has seats in it, so you can bring your friends with you, 3 or 4 people. This is a little bit harder to rig. It has a mast, a boom, and 2 sails, so let's see how long this takes.
You're the reason why hiding by the baby, losing my mind. Don't try to save me. I feel alive. My world is faster and faster. The tears and the laughter. I'm here for the ride. Yes, I'm an emotional mess. Yes, but you wouldn't want me any less. Yes, 'cause you know how.
Now, these sails are going to be a little bit different. They actually have halyards to put them up. Unlike the laser, the sail always stays up on that boat. On this boat, you can take the sails down and put them back up. So let's get the main hooked up. jib is Hank on, but it has these little, put them on the stay at a 90-degree angle and turn them sort of slugs. So it's pretty simple.
Don't hurt me, my heart's in your hands. You got me, babe, I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, baby. You got me, babe, I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, my heart's in your hands. You got me, babe, I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, baby. Yes, I'm an emotional mess.
There's no need for winches on a boat this small. So what this boat is set up with is a cam cleat. And around the other side, and that's it. Probably 5 minutes to rig that one by myself. Maybe be 3 minutes to rig that one by myself. And they both came with trailers. I paid $500 for this one and $500 for that one. So, right place, right time. I'll tell you that story in a few minutes. But if you want to get into sailing, this is pretty easy. Get one of these. Okay, so you want to know the story about how I bought those boats for $500. Before I tell that, I just want to send a big thank you. The mission here at Lady K Sailing has always been to get more people sailing more easily. And I couldn't make these videos without the support of the patrons. These are people that give a couple of bucks an episode to really make this all possible. I really couldn't do it without you guys. If you'd like to help out, please consider becoming a patron. So the story. I've always wanted a laser my entire life. I had a sunfish, or actually a super porpoise, which is the sunfish's ugly brother. Anyway, I always wanted a laser. I've never been able to park $2,000 or $3,000 in owning one because they're expensive, and they're expensive because they're one design race boats. If you find a laser for sale in a city near a yacht club that races lasers, it's going to be expensive. If you find a laser for sale out in a crop field somewhere, it might be cheap. But I could never afford one. And I saw one show up on Facebook Marketplace probably a month ago, $2,000. I saw it and I thought, man, that would be nice. I'd really love to have one to teach people how to sail with it, because lasers are the best teaching tool, I think, in the sailing world. But I couldn't afford it. But I watched it. I kept an eye on that ad. And every morning I would scroll through, different Facebook boat for sale groups and Marketplace and Craigslist and all that. I try to keep my finger on the pulse of boats for sale. And I saw the laser go from $2,000 to $1,500. And I thought, man, I can't park $1,500 in owning this boat. And then a few mornings ago, I saw the price twitch again. He lowered it a little more. And I thought, this guy needs to get rid of it. He's trying to get rid of it. So I sent him a message and I said, hey, I know the boat's worth $2,000 or $3,000. It looks like it's in really good shape. Please hang on to it and try to get that amount of money for it. But if it ever comes to a time where you need it gone and you just want to know that it's going to a good home, this is who I am. This is my intentions for the boat. I'll give you $500 for it, cash, no questions. I'll just come and pick it up. And he replied immediately. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. Immediately. And he said, yeah, sure, come and get it. Wow. So I drive out there about 45 minutes from my house, and we're looking over the laser, making sure the trailer is roadworthy, and it is. And then there's the blue boat, the CL-14, is sitting in the carport next to the laser. And I said, what's the story with these boats? Well, they were the kids cleaning out the estate because their uncle had died. And the uncle was an avid sailor. He took really good care of these boats. Everything was stored indoors. And they said he just would want them to go to a good home, someone who's going to use them. And I said, well, that I can do. I can promise you that people will use them. And I said, what are you looking for on the blue boat? And he said, kind of the same deal. So I bought 2 sailboats in one day. That's the story. So if you're interested in getting a particular boat, whether it's a cheap boat or an expensive boat, let's say a Catalina 42, watch every Catalina 42 ad and pay attention to them for a couple of weeks. And when you see the price of one start to get twitchy, and it looks like the boat's in a fancy marina and you know it's nickel and diming them to death just to own the thing, as soon as that price twitches, jump in there and make an offer with a story. If your offer has a story, they're more likely to see you as a human being who's going to enjoy their boat. And that's what most of us want when we get rid of a boat, just for someone else to enjoy it. Okay, that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll be at the Annapolis Boat Show next month. If you need help buying a boat, I'm always available for a consult. If you want to book an hour of my time, head over to ladykSailing.com/consults. Until next week, guys, keep the heavy side down, but not too far down. We'll see you.